Yo, what's up? It's me, ELAY Understood. I want to talk about interracial dating today. I want to give a big shout out to Young Sage. He hit me up and sent in a request and asked if I would talk about it. He wanted to know my views on it. Interracial dating, people make it seem like it's so taboo. We're in this world. I live in America, which is still, to my knowledge, considered the big melting pot. All races from all over the world come together and live as one, supposedly. That's how it's supposed to be. So, you telling me if I'm living in this world filled with rainbow colors, I'm not going to eventually fall in love with somebody who's outside my race? I think people who date someone outside their race are brave. They are staying true to themselves for the most part by not denying what they like. I can say that much for short. And then there are some people who are curious, and you can't knock them for being curious. But the thing of the matter is, if you're coming into a relationship, dating somebody outside your race, you need to be straight up and say, yo, I'm just curious. I want to see how it is. I heard on the streets and in the movies that, you do this, black people do this, white people do this. If you in here for a curiosity feel, I think you need to take your ass to a dating forum, a fetish forum, and get down like that and say, yo, I'm only in here to date a certain race of women because I want to see how it is. If you keep it real and stay in those types of forums like that where people just go to hook up, I think it'd be better. You'll get exactly what you're looking for. If you come at somebody, trying to get one over on them, it's not going to end well even if you may get what you want. So interracial dating, I say just use precaution. Even in a relationship where dating, you prefer to date somebody within your race, you still have to use precaution because the same consequences, the same thoughts, the same intentions, good or bad, the same motives are going to come. Now, for the people who frown upon a black man dating a white woman or a white man dating a black man, I don't know where your head is at. I know people know their past, black people have been slaves by the white men. You know what? If you want to really get technical, everybody is a slave to something. A white person is a slave to something. A black person is a slave to something. We have come a long way, thank you, Martin Luther King, but we still fucked up. I can't put it no other way. You have to date who you like. Love who you love, like who you like, because no matter what, somebody gonna have something to say. For example, I dated a white guy, and my ex-boyfriend didn't like it. He tried to do anything within his power to break us up. And then fast forward, that relationship didn't make it. And then here we go, the ex-boyfriend who tried to break up an interracial thing, he ended up dating a white woman, and that didn't last. So it's like you have to stop being so jealous. I don't know what you're jealous about. It just don't make sense to me. It baffles me. The only thing I can think of is, once again, when you get to any type of relationship, I don't care what race, what color, you have to be real with these people and say, yo, I just want to see how it is. I want to see if it's like how they said, or I want to try something new. It don't even have to do with, laying down with the person, that person could say, hey, they're open-minded. I want to try interracial dating. Maybe we might, hit it off really well, and it could be simply on that. You have to expand your mind. People trip on, oh, you're mixing DNA. You know what? Our DNA, it is what it is. If you worried about mixing blood and, diluting everything, if you stand that true to it, well, you stick to what you do and don't worry about everybody else. I know it can get hard, though, when you may fall in love with an interracial person. The guy could be white or however, or the girl could be white and the guy is black, and some of the people, when you bring the family members around to introduce your spouse or you're married or something, some of them may be old school and have their own opinions, so trying to make it work could be harder. But that's where you stand the test of time. When it's time to meet the parents, and the closest family members and friends, you're going to see whether or not he or she's got the balls to stick up for you. And if they don't, you don't need to be with them. You have to be sure when you're in a relationship, no matter what race, that when it's time to meet the family, whenever you get to that point, see how they display you, how they talk about you. See whether or not they kind of try to hide you. This can be with any person. I could be dating a black person, they treated me just the same way. Or I could date a white person, they could treat me just the same way. Be who you are. These people gonna hate anyways. Obviously, they have something going on inside of them that they're insecure about. You need to get that fixed. And for my people who staying true or who are just curious, make sure y'all be in these relationships keeping it 100. Sometimes telling the truth can be scary as F-U-C-K. It can be scary as hell. But if you really want to be with this person, or if you're interested, you got to break it down and tell them what you're really in it for. Even if you don't know, just say that, you know. If you're just curious and you want to love them and leave them, go to a forum where that's at. It's on Craigslist. It's on everywhere. So I did some interracial dating, and it wasn't for none of the wrong reasons. I just liked who I like. I'm like, oh, he pretty. I like him. He got a good personality. It just really came across like that. So, you know, so I dated a few white guys just because of that. I'm like, oh, he seemed really nice. I would like to get to know him. And the only way you're going to be able to get to know him is if you introduce yourself, fill him out, go out on a few dates, hang out. You're like, yeah, okay. They introduce you to your friends. You're like, okay, your friends, I don't like them. But then you watch and see how tough he and you know, entangles himself with his friends. If his friends are assholes and he's steady hanging on to them tight, you might have to let that go, because he gonna pick his friends over you, and he gonna go and run and tell everything to his stupid friends. So you have to, you know, test the waters and go in cautiously. And that's all I can say. I love y'all, love yourself. In life, when it comes to relationships, no matter if you're interracial dating or staying within your race, you have to be wise. You're gonna mess up. You're gonna hit your head. But you have to keep going, especially if you want love. If you want real love, you're gonna hit your head sometimes. Because when you find that right person, you can thank all those other mofos who hurt you, because now you know how to use those past mistakes, and you know how to take it into a real relationship and know not what to do, and really know how to love your man or your woman. So please, if you guys are in a relationship where you're feeling insecure, bring it up, talk it out, and leave. If you can't get anywhere, if you want to keep loving, it's going to hurt. You might want to have to take a break. But if you really want to fall in love and get married and do it right, it's, you know, you're going to get some scars. So just get ready for that, okay? I've got plenty of scars, but I finally found somebody. So here I am. I love y'all. Once again, thank you, Young Sage. If anybody have any topics you want me to talk about, let me know. If you want me to keep reiterating on the relationship issues, I'll do my best to provide you an answer. I really appreciate talking about something kind of heavy like this. And maybe I will make another relationship video. If you have any advice, hit me up. ELAY Understood. One love. Love yourself. Do you.